Well, hello there, my good friends. How are you? Let's get the gigs on. Look at that, bang on time. I've actually been sat here 15 minutes. I have been getting my samples together for you all. We're going to have a lovely demo. Somebody's asked me to do a particular demo, so I'm going to do a particular demo. I just get my machine because that looks ugly sat there in front of me. Tell it. Is everyone all right? So you're all probably thinking, Tony, we've been sat here for 20 minutes. You went live 20 minutes ago. That is correct. So what's happening is, obviously, you know that my son has the rugby on the Monday nights, and Tim sets all of this up for me, and the rugby actually starts at 5:45. So he sets me live, and then he off scoots to rugby, and then I'm sat here gathering my bits and pieces. So if you're wondering why it sits there and shows that you're live, and then we crop the video after, so please don't panic about it. It's not, you can't see me, because a lot of people are like, is she here, is she here? Like, no, I'm not here, but I am live. Just, you know, the family dynamics. It's now he's getting older, we have all of the commitments with after school sports and things like that, so we have to make it work best we can. So is everyone all right? If you are watching and you love our shows, please make sure you like, share, whatever it may be, and if you're watching over on Facebook, share, and we will do a winner at the end. We'll pick a lovely winner at the end of the show for a lovely voucher. And I know that lots of you did win lots of vouchers on our Christmas shows. Some won £50, some won 100, some won 10s, 5s, 20s, so lots of you have been using those vouchers, which is wonderful to see. That's all right, we just chatted, says Shannon. I know I did try and comment a little bit myself. I wanted to get involved, but you know, it is what it is, right? So a couple of things I just want to tell you all about then. I've noticed there's been a massive influx in people recommending people, and we've had 5 new ladies in one day from the States. So if you referred those friends, thank you very much. That is so kind of you. I cannot thank you enough. And if you're thinking, well, what does refer a friend entail? It's super duper easy, guys, and lots of you use it every month, every single month, okay? So those 5 ladies came and spent on the fairy collection, which is just awesome. So I just thought I'd mention it. It's not, I don't mention it all the time. It happens all the time, but really I don't mention it all the time. I don't actually mention it enough, and I don't actually say thank you enough, to be honest. I should mention it more. But because it seemed like a big number in one day, I was like, oh, I need to tell everybody on Monday about that. So basically the refer a friend is super easy. We've been doing it now for what? A year, 2? I'm not sure. The time seems to be going faster than I can keep up with. But basically, if you refer a friend and they've never shopped with Stamps by Me before, if you refer that friend through the refer friender system on our website, they get £10 to spend on their first order, and then as soon as they've spent, you get £10 to spend when you want to, and you can do it up to 5 times in a month. So if you know a crafty friend who's they have to have never purchased from Stamps by Me before. Obviously the purpose of it is to encourage new people across and get them hooked, like I did you lot, in the hope that they'll love the channel as much as everyone else, and then they purchase our lovely pieces and crafty products. So if you've never referred a friend and you've got a friend who's never purchased, they'll get £10 and you will get £10 for referring them, and you can do that 5 times in a month also. And then Tim wanted me to just tell you that he has something amazing going on in the background on our website for all of our club members too. So I just thought I'd let you know. I'm not entirely sure what it's all about. He's told me snippets of it while I've been cooking tea and what he's going to do, and just need to know that if you're a club member, you're in for a little treat. He's working on some of that. Some of you may have seen the little icon on the website pop up. We have him and our web developer in the background creating some real goodness for you all. So that's wonderful as well. And then tomorrow I'm live at 1 o'clock with Deal Hunters, and then Friday we will be with our one day special. Now the one day special on Friday will be small because we've launched Christmas. We launched Christmas, then we've launched the amazing Whispering Wings, which is nearly sold out, which is awesome, right? But I feel like I need to just give you some breathing space to use the products that you've bought. It'll be something new, but it won't be like a £60, or mind you, it was as a £60 bundle, but you all got it at like 45, didn't you, with your discounts and things like that. So, and I know that you all tell me if we like it, we'll buy it. You don't have to tell us not to spend, because we'll spend if we want to. I know, but I like to give you the opportunity to play with them as well. That makes me happy when I know that you've played with them as well, and they don't just end up on your table, and all of the launchers don't just stack up on your table. So that makes me happy also. So Shannon says, question, will there be a HSN preview show? Now Shannon, I'm flying out on the weekend, and you know that I'm not bringing you the magazine, so there probably won't be, because I've got airtime on earlier pieces, and I've got a new bundle of embossing folders, so probably not on this occasion. However, I am delighted to tell you, Shannon, that you've got me on HSN for another year, because I'm planned out for a year. I am totally planned out for a year. How cool is that? So you're not getting rid of me, Shannon, and everybody else across the pond, so you can tell all your friends I'm going absolutely nowhere. And obviously this time when I fly, I'm doing the brand new collection of embossing folders, and I'm also just touching on some of the items that they've got quite a bit of stock left of, so that's going to help me run that through, give them the confidence that, you know, people do like Stamps by Me and are purchasing our product. And then, so I've got like a year out, and then next year I'm going to pitch for a TS. They don't know it yet, but I am. I feel like I could do it now. You know, the stock, the quantities, the numbers, the product range, I can do it. It's just that I don't think they still quite have the confidence in me yet to for people to buy the figures needed for a TS. I'm not sure what they think, and I would hate to sort of like speculate. I'm ready. I don't think they're ready, because we're still quite a juvenile brand over there, but I'm going to pitch next year. Definitely. I'm just going to pitch, and I'm going to keep pitching until they say, all right, they're just giving in the end. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, Shannon. So hopefully they'll give you more minutes, says Sherilyn. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. One thing I do know about HSN is they're quite dynamic, and they do like to make money. They're a shopping TV channel, and that's absolutely fine. But us as a brand owner, we need to just be super duper fluid. So if, you know, things are moving in other areas and people are not watching me, they'll just move it around, or they might let me have a few extra minutes if people are purchasing. So, you know, I do ask, and I say it every week that I come on live, that if you can support me, that would be awesome. And I'm sure you will, because you're here every week to support me anyway. So if we could just tell all of our friends, and, you know, I'm not a flash in the pan, guys. I work incredibly hard, as you all know, and I'm not going anywhere. And although it's costing me nearly £6,000 to get there for 16 minutes, I don't care. If it cost me £10,000, I'd still go, because knowing what I know now, when I started my brand here in the UK, you have to earn your stripes. And that's it. Nobody's going to give me it. It doesn't come on a golden platter, guys. I've got to work for it. So that's it. So I'm still going for my 16 minutes before anybody tells me off for travelling all that way, just for 16 minutes. Boo-hoo you. Lip gloss. That's what I think about that. You're laughing at me now, aren't you? Like, ooh. Yeah, a TS, like today's special value sort of like thing, and you get like more slots. So I'm working up to that. You know, as I did, Lindsay, back in the day on Create and Craft, when I couldn't get an hour on TV, and then all of a sudden I was doing pick of the weeks and one day specials, and then I like got overwhelmed by it all because the amount of hours I was doing, I actually burnt myself out. You remember, guys, don't you? Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. It's tough being one of the UK's biggest brands. It really is. I wished for it for years, and then when I got it 2 years in, I was totally burnt out. But anyway, it's tough at the top, some might say. Am I at the top? I'm not quite sure about that. Blagged my way to the top. Speculate to accumulate, says Phil. Absolutely. So our Monday Night Lives are just predominantly a catch-up, maybe a little bit of inspiration, review of products that we've launched, or maybe if somebody wants me to demo something in particular, we can do that. I have 2 little specials on this evening as well, so we'll have a quick look at those. Any questions, just ask. We do love our crafting chats because we get lots of QQQs. And Pauline says, do you know when your black re-inker will be back in stock? Pauline, did you ask me that last week and I've never done out about it? Sorry about me. I said I'd have a look, didn't I? I'm sure we've got some. Let me write it down. I've got a pen and pencil here. Listen, if you ask me a question and I say I'll do it when I go off air, say, write it down, Tony, because you've got a memory like a fish. Black Reinker. I get carried away though. I like to talk. It's good to talk. Yeah, Shannon, that is correct. And I'm so happy for her. So Sarah Millsop is back with Craft Buddy on HTCN, and they've got the TS. They've been going a lot longer than I have though, and their products are lower price points as well, and they've sort of like hit the ground running because it's so unique. They have like their own niche, don't they? Whereas with me, I sort of like blend into some of the bigger brands. So I've got, the competition for me is a lot harder, as you know, the two bigger brands on there. To crack that nut is incredibly difficult. But yeah, she messaged me and told me I'm going to see her there when I get there. So I'm super excited about seeing her because she left the business to go and do another job, but then she came back. So I was so chuffed when she came back because she was a great asset to the company, and I think they'll have really missed her not being around. And she's a good egg. She's a good egg. I am so glad, Brenda. I am so glad. That means there's hope for me, right? There's hope for me. So I fly out hopefully at the weekend. I'm going to check flight prices because the boys are coming with me again. And then I'm hopefully going to go see our lovely friend Brenda, who you all know is on here. You all read about Brenda in the Maker's Memoir. Hopefully. So fingers crossed it all goes to plan. Right, come on, let's get on to craft. Oh no, COVID, we don't want to talk about COVID. Everybody's getting it. Cheryl says, I haven't ordered any plates for the A4 die cutting machine. Does somebody need them already? Cheryl? They will come, like I ordered the 8-inch machine and then a year later I ordered plates, but they haven't sold, which suggests to me the plates are all right. So I can order some if you want me to. Bring an empty suitcase. Oh, Brenda, what have you been getting me? Exciting plan, says Kathy. Kathy, absolutely. I know Kathy's really invested in me and my family and the company. She's been with me for a very long time, so it is exciting. Exciting plan. And we love a story. We love the backstory. And then in 10 years' time, when I'm sat here telling you all about HSN, hopefully I'll be sat here saying, I did it, guys. So it's just a wonderful journey for us all to be on, right? You know, I did it, and you all know the trauma that came with trying to do it. I'm nearly in year 4, so I'm not a quitter. You all know that. I need the plate. Okay. Oh gosh. Clearly used yours more than me, guys. Let me write this down. Plates. Okay, Cheryl, I'll sort that, darling. They'll take probably a bit early next year. Is that okay? Because I'll have to get them on a boat due to the weight, because the air freight is just extortionate. So let's just jump onto Facebook. We've got Joe and Feathers. Hello from Ohio. Hi, sweetheart. I hope you're well. Thanks for joining me this evening. Mary King says, evening, love. Evening, love. Anita Monks, I will just watch on YouTube. I don't think anyone is on here. But you know, they're there. They're there. They're all talking to you, and we've got lovely Brenda says, so happy to hear you will be on HSN for 2026. Well, also as well, a lot of people are worried that HSN is going to get rid of craft. I have seen a few comments in some of the HSN groups and chats and things like that. So at least, you know, if it does go, we're all in the same boat, but I don't think it's going anywhere fast. Honestly, I don't. I'm planned out for the year, so... And it makes me very happy to be planned out for a year, because I like strategy, I like planning, and I like to know what I'm doing. Sometimes it doesn't always work out like that and it's chaos, but you know, it is nice to know. Thank you, Tony. Yes, and that is fine. HSN auto ship would be nice too. Denise, we were looking at that this year, but obviously with all the changes and the building closure in Clearwater, it just didn't feel right to pitch. If it went wrong, it would look bad on me, when probably it wouldn't have been my fault, you know, with all of the changes. And a couple of buyers have left and I've got new buyers, and you know, I like to build a relationship and have the trust that if, you know, anything goes wrong or anything like that, we've got each other to support. Right, what are we going to do to make this better? Sort of like friendship, work relationship. And I felt like it's so jaded this year with all of the changes that I just didn't want to make that decision. And when I deliver something, I want to do it really well. I don't want to do a half-hearted, like, let's just do it just because, and if it goes wrong, we'll deal with it. I don't like to do that. I'm a serial thinker, as Tim would say. Rosamond, when will the 2-inch punch be back in stock? Jeepers, what's with all questions tonight? It's a craft and chat. Let's put a line through chat, shall we? I can order some punches. I know we've still got the 1-inch, but the 2-inch, I can order some more. Wouldn't wonder with all the politics. Yeah, and all of the import-export. And you know, a lot of my friends who did supply HSN have taken a step back until they know exactly what's happening. Carnation Crafts, they were on there, but they've taken a step back for the time being due to tariffs and things like that, and hopefully it'll settle and then they'll come back. I'm in constant contact with Laura as well, so, and these are all my friends, aren't they? So, you know, it's nice to have friends in the industry, ones that, you know, have got each other, support each other, help each other when, you know, I know the answers to questions. So it's Monday, Toni. Shannon, I know. You're asking me lots of, don't even all start now flooding me with questions because I've said that. Let me show you the 2 things that are on offer. £10 paper pads. Now, if you have orders on the box, you can add to order. You all love that, don't you? You can add to order. Remind me as well, I've got a question. I need your opinion on something that's not craft related at the end. Remind me, because my iPad's here. Remind me at the end. It's fashion related, but I need you to help me because you all have a creative mind. And I feel like if I ask people on my fashion page, they won't get it because they just want to buy the clothes. They don't care about the design or what it looks like. But you guys on here are quite creative. So I need your opinion on something at the end though. Tim's like, why don't you just ask your crafters? I was like, I'm sure. And then I was like, pauses like, and? I was like, okay. Yeah, but why would you not? I'm like, yeah, why would I not? So there you go. You get an answer, asked a question tonight. So let's have a look at these. So these two are £10. £10. If you want to top up on these, I know how much you love these. So let me just very quickly show you. Absolutely beautiful paper pads. Well, bumper paper packs, 75 sheets. I'll show you some samples in a second. So this is from £17.99 to £10. Love the watercolour finish on these. So that's that one. Then we have this one. I'm back. Anita says she's back on Facebook. She's got some friends over there. We've got Sandra on. Evening, Toni. Sorry, I'm a bit late. It's okay, sweetheart. Let me just pop me up in car so you can see me. It's okay, sweetheart. You're in detention for a month. A month? You're like, jeepers. So exciting. Let's have a look. People need to know her more. Come on, guys, get your reviews in. Honestly, the reviews that everybody leaves me are just incredible. I get blown away. People do take the time to do it for me. I cannot fault people. Honestly, when I say my friends in the States and HSN viewers, they step up. They really do step up. Honestly, you should see the reviews. Incredible. Incredible. And as well, in the Facebook pages as well, they all go on and just like champion stamps by me. I'm like, this is so cool. So this one is £10 too. So if you've got an order on the box and you want to add 2, of course, you can do that too. So £10 for Eternal Grace, and then we have the £10 for Heavenly Blooms. Let me show you a few quick samples. I want to do a demo tonight, guys. I got an email. Or should I say an email? You know the inspirational bubble that I talked to you all about, where I say go to the inspirational bubble and type what you want. Somebody actually did that, and it was a lady from the States. Forgive me, I can't remember her name. And it was the lady who purchased for the very first time and was recommended by somebody else. Ask me who? No clue. Okay, so she wanted to know, I mentioned in the live show about envelope album. With your waste envelopes, and she loved it. Could I show me quickly how to do it? So that's what's happening tonight. Let me show you some samples for those paper pads though. They're all mixed. I'll try and get them in some sort of order so you can see which ones are which, so you can. So if you've already got this paper pad, maybe screen grab, like take a picture with your phone, and then make that card. If you've already got it. This one's nice with our lovely embossing folder around. That's this one. Love decoupage. There's lots. Rosemary Kitchen says, hello everyone. Hi sweetheart, how are you? This one is one of my all-time favourite cards from the collection because they cut the front of the tower up and it stands. That's that one. So lovely, says Fedugina. I know, they're so nice, aren't they? Look at this. Nearly done, guys. There we go. What kit is this, please? It's not a kit, darling. It's the 2 paper pads are on special at 10. So this one's this one and this one's this one. It's the bumper paper packs. So Eternal Grace. And Heavenly Blooms. Do we have an angel policy? You know, you can make and sell as many as you like. All I would say is please don't scan them in and then change them, because the license that I purchased for these does not allow you to do that. But you can make and sell as many as you want, as long as you don't sort of change up the artwork and claim it as your own, or make it, you can't change it. You can't digitize it and resell it online. I would just basically say anything unless I tell you otherwise, because I'll always tell you if the policy changes. But you can create and make as many cards or projects as you like, okay? You just can't change up the artwork and resell on the artwork, if that makes any sense at all. I get the best license possible, and I do that for 2 reasons. One, so you are capable of doing whatever you want with them without restriction, because you buy the product, so you need to, some of you need to sell it to make it back. And 2, we have to support the original designer, so I buy the best license to give them money back, so they are creative further, so I can buy more designs and licenses. Did you just get these, Sarah? Well done. They are lovely. They're a lovely price. I know that. Lots of, mind you, they were 30 for both, weren't they, on launch? Some of you got them down to the £25 mark. So still absolutely saving the extra £5 with them being £10 each. So that'll stay on. I'll probably take that offer off in the next day or 2. So that's those. So let's get rid of those. So you all know that I launched the amazing Whispering Wings. I think probably everybody here has bought Whispering Wings or something from Whispering Wings, or maybe the dies. Did we all buy? I think most of you did. We sold a ton. I think I sold about 198 or 200 or something like that before I even came to Wear. And when I came to Wear, I explained to you all, didn't I, that, you know, sometimes I don't get my buying figures right, and I did have a bit of a fire in my belly thinking, I think this is going to do really well. But as you all know, I've been bitten so many blooming times and been left with a ton of stock that I've then had to sell off super cheap. So the money that I made on the original launch to support further launches, I've actually lost by the time I've exhausted all of the remaining stock that I overbought. So honestly, if anybody ever tells you that it's child's play having a business, it's not. You need to get it right, guys. So it's nearly gone. It's nearly gone. So, but if over 100 people tick the notify me, or 50, I think we've changed it to now, I'm not sure, I'll reorder it for you guys. So don't be too panicky about it. You got the full collection, liked and shared, Snuffy Snoo. So if you're not sure what collection I'm talking about, because this is what I'm going to demo, let's just get these here. We have loaded 2 new waste-free dies on the Friday. We have the circle and the hexagon. So if you missed the show, these are a few things that we launched. So we launched our further waste-free die, the circle, because lots of you were asking about the circle. Karen even got messages, have we done a circle? So this is the circle, and then we have a cute hexagon which has like a flower and a line through it all the way around, which is quite pretty. So the waste-free dies, there's 8 in total so far. We do have 12, I believe, total, and we've launched 2 every week for the last few weeks. So if you are collecting them, these are the next 2 in the drop. That's those 2. And then we have the Whispering Wings stamp and die. We have an embossing folder, which I'm not sure if I grabbed or not. I didn't grab the embossing folder by the look of things, guys. So you saw the embossing folder on the show, and then you got your just incredibly beautiful paper bumper paper pack, didn't you? So let me show you these. So the stamps are like quite solid, and they look fantastic in gold embossing and sparkles and things like that. Elaine says, are you going to order Blissful Horizons? Probably, yeah, because I think that's going back to HTCN. So you see how it's just so beautiful in the gold, and that's the paper in the background. Just beautiful, right? So, and then you get the embossing folder in the collection, which I've linked to the show. However, if it's out of your budget, the full bundle, if you just like maybe the paper, I've loaded the paper on its own. The embossing folder is available on its own as well. The papers are literally hanging on by a thread though, because people buy the top-ups of these. They buy the collection, then they get an extra paper pad, which is crazy, right? But yeah, my design team have worked their way through a second paper pad as well. They've loved it that much. So let me show you the paper pack. So you get the butterflies and the words, lots of toppers and embellishments, the ethereal fairies, the whimsical tree houses, tags, toppers. You even get the minis. You get some larger versions. What's cool about this is they're thick, they're postcard-like, so they're your painted mounts, then your papers, and as you go through, this is your front cover, as you go through, you get minis, you get full 5x7s, lots of little like coordinated elements to build a scene, set the scene if you want to. And as you go through the paper, then what you're faced with is a whole bunch of cute, beautiful vellums as well, which I've left in the other room. I don't think we came across any vellums there, did we? Let me just double check. I've left them in studio, but you get a whole bunch of pattern vellums, which I used in my demo, didn't I? I showed you. Oh, they're here. Sorry, guys, they're here. Look at these. You don't just get like 4 sheets, you get a whole block of vellums. That's why it's a nice bumper. Look at these. Really pretty. Is that the one I used in my demo? Was it the leaves one? I think it was. Done that one. Oh, this one. I've done that one, haven't I? I'd like to live in that tree. Hey, take me with you. Take me with you. Also, as well, for our ladies in the States, if anybody lives near or visits a scrapbooking store or a craft store in the States, I'm obviously travelling to Pennsylvania now. I'm no longer in Clearwater. It's moved to Pennsylvania. So if there are any classes or stores, can you let these store owners know? Because I'd like to come and do some classes. whilst I'm out there, might as well tick that box as well, little bucket list tick to do some in-store demos. So if anybody knows of any, goes to any stores where they do classes and things like that, let the owners know to reach out. I would love to put some kits in my suitcase and come and do a class. Bucket list tick there, tick. Classes in the States, tick. Make some new friends, tick. Yeah. So I just got 2 here so you can see the stamp and the die. They are actually, the dies are on the back, but you can see the lovely dies that coordinate and you can cut through as well. So let's just shift this out of the way and let's just have a look. Oh, I've got some samples here. So I'll stack them up again. And that's the new corner curve die set, waste-free die set. That's part of the recent launch. Please take a side trip to the Dallas area. Is it far away, Sarah, from Pennsylvania? I'll get Brenda to come with me. She doesn't know it yet. Brenda can carry my bags. Brenda and Daryl can carry my bags. They're like, oh, cheers for that, Tony. Yeah, cheers. This is nice, isn't it, guys? That's the embossing folder. If you're thinking, what's the embossing folder look like? This is what I'm gonna show you how to make. Super easy. Well, not as good as this because I haven't got time to do it as good as this. But I want to show you how it's built so you can create your own little fairy album for anybody. Is this the one I did? Did I do this one? I think I did this on Friday. When you come into the E, not long, not long. I like Mondays because you really do get to see the whole sort of collection in its full entirety because the design team go above and beyond every time, and sometimes they're a bit of a flash in pan when I'm doing my lives on the Friday because obviously it's a one-day special and I need to sell the product, but the Monday nights really do just touch on them a little bit further to just inspire you to actually see the capabilities of the kit, and they never let me down. They never let me down, guys. Brenda, you says I've opened a can of... Brenda, who, for me or you? Not getting out of it now, Brenda. Look at that. Just a sparkly little fairy on the paper. And that's it. That's all I've got on that one that I showed you. So, let's crack on. Stunning cards, thank you so much. So if you like that, oh, I've got the emboss folder, my apologies. It's not in its packet, that was mine. So you can just see there. It's so pretty. So pretty. Right, come on. What we're doing. I really do have the best design team. Michaela, you say that all the time and I am very grateful, darling. Thank you so much. My design team do appreciate it. So, oh, and that's the embossing folder on the white. Right, come on, talk to me. Look at me, I'm like an onion. I've got so many layers on. It's cold. I'm like 4 stone wet through underneath all this, you know. When I take all layers off, people are like, gosh, I thought you were bigger than that. No, it's actually 4 jumpers, 2 vests and a body warmer. Oh, temperature's dropped. Right, come on. So I thought I'd show you the request from that lovely lady. Rachel? I'm punching here, but it might be Rachel, maybe. So, envelopes. So we all make cards We don't always send them to anybody though, do we? We just look at them, we stroke them, we put them in a dish, get them out, put them on side. Maybe somebody will get them eventually when you've moved on to the next technique or something new. But normally we have a whole bunch of these. A USA tour. Don't, because my UK will come with me. They came with me on a cruise. They would come with me if they can. So, ton of envelopes left. Let's have a look at these. So, the way that the albums work, guys, is quite simply, and this has come about from excess envelopes, is you just literally build the envelope. I've done this hundreds of times. I have literally done this hundreds of times. It probably would have been easier to just show you, guide you to another video that I've done. However, I will say that I really enjoy making these, so I'm happy to just continuously repeat rinse and repeat, as they would call it. Bring them along. So basically all you do is you can either stick the flaps together, create a page. You can put the flap inside the other. So then and just push it in and glue it in place, and then you have an instant book. This can be for another page. So watch and follow, because it is really this easy. Let me just get I mean, what are these? What is that? Honestly, they're the worst scissors ever, are they not? So that's when I got those sent, when I was sampling lots of scissors. And as you know, same old, they're all pants, so I've never launched a set of scissors yet. Well, listen, if they're coming like that, I need to step away. Oh, bless you. Let me just clean this glue. Hey, we should have a nice meet and greet. I think Sarah Davis actually does that. She meets everybody at Cracker Barrel, doesn't she? I mean, I don't know what it entails, and I don't know where people come from to see Sarah Davis, and let's face it, she is elite and a little bit of a celebrity, isn't she? I'm nowhere near that, but I do own my own company. Can we take that credit? So, what we're going to do is we're just going to put some glue on the back of here. Hopefully this is going to work perfect. So this is simply how they get put together. And if you've done this before, I do apologise, but maybe it might get your creativity going again to maybe create something. So just shove it in. You'll get glue everywhere, it's okay. So you've got your first page, look. Easy peasy. And then if you want to grab another, you can stick another on here. Let's do it like this. So just use the envelopes as like flips, flops, pockets, whatever it may be. Stick that to there. Don't forget to share, because I'm going to pick a winner, or hopefully the design team will pick a winner. I'd rather meet you than Sarah Davis. Oh, bless you. So we have, so can you see already we've got something quite cool going on. And then we could take another one. And if we glue this one inside here, always place first before you commit, and then you can decide. So that's going to go in there. However, is my page going to close? Yeah, so watch this, guys. So we've got 1, 2, and then we've got an open here. That's good, isn't it? That is very good. So let's glue that one in there. Maybe Iris, that's a good idea. I did say, didn't I, that we would, I'm looking at doing a cabin in the lakes for everybody, and it's not going to be a workshop. It isn't going to be a workshop. It's going to be a big cabin with a nice fire, and we're going to all bring a bit of food, and then we're just all just going to chill with blankets, movies, food. That is definitely on a bucket list for me. Thank you very much. So that's gone in there like that, and then I'm going to take another one and I'm going to cut the top off Hopefully I've got a cutter. Oh, I have. I'll take the top off, so I've got some different sized envelopes. Take credit for everything you do. Okay. I find that very hard to do. Like so. And then if we seal this one shut, guys, like as if we were doing like, then we have like a little pocket then, won't we? So it's got, if we seal that shut, we've got a little pocket, look. That looks good, doesn't it? And then if we create our own little hinge, so if we sort of score this side, just a little bit, create a hinge. I'm just going to do my score tool here. Try and do it without breaking it. And then if we fold that over, we've got a little hinge. Natalie, Whispering Wings came today. Did it come already? That is epic. See, we're back on now. Tariffs seem to have been sorted, although we have had 2 returned today. Blooming tariffs that were done correctly and everything, and they just decided they're going to return them. So if you do get one returned, don't panic, just message me, okay? So now I have this little hinge, and if we take this little hinge, I wonder if we could do a bigger hinge, and if we glue it inside the pocket, make that hinge bigger, Tony, then if we put this in here, look, we'd have another page inside a page. Come on, how cool is that? And then that's it, it's done. Who makes these anyway? Who does these at home? I can't be the only one that just loves pushing some envelopes inside each other. So I'm just creating myself a bigger hinge. And then this can go inside this pocket, look. And then we have a pocket and a tab pocket at the top, so that can probably be glued in there. Make sure it's straight, Tony. I think it was dispatched 1 PM on the launch. Well, well done, sweetheart, that's cool. So I'm just going to put some glue under here. Isn't it wonderful to get something unexpectedly? Because sometimes we do take longer than most, because we do get a lot of orders, as you can imagine, but it is nice when you're here. I've got to try this, see? Oh, brilliant. I'm pleased somebody's going to try it. So far, so good. Let's have a look. And then this, we could just glue back, I guess, and then we'll cover that. So the flap that I've got flapping around, honestly, it's just a case of tucking them all in. That's all it is, tucking them all. Tuck, tuck, tuck. So let's stick him down. So now we've got like a paper bag album. 2 pockets, 2 fronts, a plain page, a fold out page, a pocket, a flap, a tab. And you could absolutely close it all off with some ribbon. You could have it this way. They're really cool, guys. We love these. So let's decorate. Come on. Now, don't be tight. Don't be tight with your paper. I know you all like to stroke it, but come on. It's not going anywhere unless you use it, right? Let me grab my papers. Karen says she can't wait to see all your makes. I know, because everybody waits for Karen's makes, but she gets equally as excited for your makes. And she messages me always saying, have you seen such and such's card on Eureka fan page? So she's watching you. She's watching you all. You can't get away with out. I can't get away with out. Never mind you lot. Better than a paper bag. I hate the noise of a paper bag album. I've never made one of those. Well, this is just envelopes, just paper, so you're good. So let's go back. Let's get some paper. So because this is a 5x7, these papers shouldn't need much cutting down. Let's have a look. Let's get a front cover. What cover are we going to go for? The sample here has been made by Paul, and he's used this one, look. So I'd love to copy Paul, but I'll get him bother. So I won't get him bother, I promise. I used that in my demo on Friday, didn't I? So I need to use a different one. Now, decisions. I'll go with this one then, shall I? These are your mounts. These are the thick ones. FBI. So look at that. So your 5x7 cards, the envelope is a little bit bigger to give you that lovely matte and layer. So let's get her on there. Titanium scissors are so good. These are titanium, I believe. But, I mean, gross. Gross. I can't even get my finger in them. What's that all about? So let's put her on here, look. Now if you've got ribbon and you want to do a ribbon closure, glue your ribbon underneath on the front and on the back and have a big ribbon closure. We'll just move that one because it's just showing off outside of me. And then, excuse me, on this one. So I need to leave these proud. So let's have a look what we could, just for example, I'm just going to take 2 of the sheets, just see. So if you wanted to put something in the pockets, look, one in there. I'm just doing it for an example. You can do photos, mats and layers. One in here. Like so. You use your tab punch if you want to. And then let's decorate these 2. So it would actually be cool if we used the same paper but cut it in the centre and did 2 belly bands. So I need like a background. I mean, I'd like to go dark. See if there's a darkish. Here we are. This is a nice tree setting. So let's just grab our guillotine and let's cut this one down the centre. 2.5. And we could create 2 like belly bands. So you could do a pocket on the edge like so, and then you could obviously put some tags or whatever, or you could put it down the centre like so. Give yourself a little bit of a belly band. Just to create a little bit of interest, or you could go right to the very edge and leave like a little piece so it stops there, and then you can put things in here if you want to. Or you can put that one there like so, and then stick this one slightly on top and have a pocket there and a pocket there. Lots of different options. I think I'm just going to go with the belly band idea. Yeah, if you're waiting on a code, just message me or Karen. I've been known to be getting my laptop out at 11 o'clock at night for a code for you. Don't you worry about it, kiddo. What am I like? I never switch off, do I? Right, so let's put that one there. So I just put glue at the top and the bottom, and then this was the other one to match, wasn't it, like there? Try and get a similar distance if you can. And then I always find that if you fussy cut the fairies, for example this one, and sort of like matter so she's over the page, let me just quickly do that with the worst scissors in the world. Oh, here's another set of sample scissors I got as well. Worst scissors in the world. I mean, look at state of them. You can tell I don't care about them. You can tell they were rubbish. So if you got sort of like the fairy and you did it so her wings are just, so I'm just going to go sporadic in and around. These actually cut really well, but they don't half hurt your hand. They didn't pass the cutting test, guys. You have a hard time making simple cards. See, I have a hard time making things like mixed media and built up, and I love the collage effects, but for some reason my mind just does not grasp the concept of layers and balance when it comes to cards. It really doesn't. So basically I'm just pretty much making a hash of this, but I just wanted to show you, don't cut her feet off. That would be criminal. So let's just tidy her head up here. It looks like she's got a big thing on her head. So and then things like this, you start to build up the pages when you put pads behind and things like that. So, you know, if you are creating a little bit of depth and dimension, you have options. Okay, so then you could just mat and layer this, and then all of these. And again, in the pockets here, just say, for example, we'll just pop this one in because I've cut it now. But fill the pockets, maybe put handmade cards in all of the pockets so somebody can have cards like so. So you put one in there like so. And then the one at the top here, if you have an offcut of some form, you put one so it pulls out at the top like a pull-out page. Actually, let's do that. Just so I can show you, that's all. General Chestnut with the ballerina in the background, please and thank you. That was Christmas launch, first launch, and that was dated the... It's got a big thumbnail of General Chestnut. If you go to my page, go to the live button at the top and then see it. It's the General Chestnut picture. And it is 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 or 4 Fridays ago. So let's see if this looks all right. And is it? If I cut it, it might be a bit tight, but then you pop your card. Obviously, don't let it glue. Obviously, it's too tall, but you get the idea. You could have a pull-out photo in here, a gift card on the pocket. Then it all would literally fold up. Do we get it? I think we get it, don't we? She needs definitely sparkling up. So that was my quick showcase of putting some envelopes together. Make sure you make something at home with all of your envelopes. And this is the one that Paul did. I'll show you in a little bit more depth. So he's mat and layered the pages. He's also taken the smaller versions of the fairies, inked up the edges and used them as like little embellishments for the pockets. You have 3D'd the wings here. The smaller pocket idea, he's just mat and layered behind his topper. You see that there? So yeah, vellum pockets, butterflies. And the little minis, he's put a paper clip on. See that there? They're cute, aren't they? And then the next one sizes up, she says. I'd like to see some. These do not take that long. 5th of the 9th, General Chestnut, says Shannon. That's probably a good shout, Shannon, thank you. Some more little minis here. The vellums are beautiful to create interest on cards. You've got your 3D butterflies. And again, some more butterflies. Tags, you've got the tags in the kit as well. And then some bigger ones. So it is literally a case of sticking some envelopes together and then decorating them. And you have a cute album. You could put a magnet closure, a ribbon closure, make great giftables. Instead of just a card, why not just give something a little bit more extra special to the person that would appreciate it? Not everybody's going to appreciate it, and not a lot of people have anybody to give them to. And I also appreciate that, but you know, it's if you do have people that would appreciate them, or you sell your makes, how wonderful to have something that's a little bit more of a keepsake rather than just a card. I think it's wonderful. So does everybody like that? It's a beautiful folio. I know Very nice. Thank you for doing this again. Oh, Joanne Feathers, you're very welcome. I think sometimes we forget about the cool techniques that we can do, don't we? Sometimes you just need a little bit of a nudge or a little bit of a reminder to say, hey, did you actually do this? Because I did this about 7 months ago and I'm back again showing you all again. Love the vellums as per usual, says Brenda. So cute, love it. Sissy Sue Creations. Sissy Sue Creations sounds like she's got her own channel there with Craft Creations. It makes me think it's Craft, so make sure you go and follow Sissy Sue if she has a channel. Don't forget the fashion question. Great shout. Let me do the winner first, and then if you're not interested in my fashion question, then you can just like scroll on, can't you, and get rid of me. But I know that some of you are invested in my fashion, and I know that a lot of you support me whatever I do. I could be selling a kitchen fork right now, and a lot of you would support me because you love me, and I love you all regardless, right? This is what I've built. But let's pick a winner first. So Karen's picked a winner, so let's see who the winner is this evening. Oh, I've just said this lady's name. Joanne Feathers, woohoo! You are this evening's winner, sweetheart. You've just won a voucher to spend on the website. Now, as always, the voucher does not require you to spend a dime on the website. Just go and spend the voucher if you want to, okay? It was funny I say that because I get, despite me even saying this live on air, I get so many people going, how much do I have to spend to get me winning voucher? I'm like, nothing. Like, oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. I'm like, you don't have to spend a penny. That makes me wonder, do other people give vouchers and say you have to spend 50 quid to get a voucher, to spend the voucher, which blows my mind if that's the case. I hope that's not the case, but yes, you do not have to spend a penny. Other than obviously if you go above and beyond, then you have to put toward, right? But anything other than that, no. My fashion, says Shannon, is jeans and t-shirt. Congratulations, Joanne Feathers, you are this evening's winner. Oh, Anita's waiting for her every delivery to start Christmas cards. Woohoo! Yes, do a meet and greet, Tony. Do you think so? It's been very lovely, says Connie. Well, you know, I do like to catch up with you all. Is Denise on? Is Denise Rigatano on? She's not on, is she? So here's the deal, guys. Denise Rigatano's had a loss in the family. So I've taken a screenshot. I don't think she's on. If she is, it don't matter anyway. I've taken a screenshot of a local florist, which is 4 minutes away from a home address in the States. So I'm going to get some flowers sent to her address from us all, okay? So, so she knows that we're thinking about her. I'll sort that tonight. I've taken a screenshot of it. Becky found it on Google for me today, so hopefully we've got it right and I don't send them to some random from us all. So let's have a look at the fashion. Iris says I've got a few cedar rose pieces. Right, very quickly, if you just want to go now, because craft, I just want to ask a quick question, and normally I don't like to bring both into together because they are two separate entities in the two different worlds. But sometimes I do need help, and this is the help that I need, right? Also, you might be invested because some of you got my PJs last year. But let's show you. So I'm working on Christmas PJs, right? Unfortunately, it's not Christmas PJs with candy canes and bows and Christmas cakes and gingerbread, because I don't do cutesy. I've never done it in my craft. It's just not me. I love art, as you all know. I love abstract. I love different. I love unique. And I've pulled this pattern together, and I need your opinion. Is it okay for a Christmas launch? It doesn't say Christmas anywhere. So I'm asking you guys, they're my Christmas PJs, do you like the pattern, basically, okay? I'm waiting on the PJs. These are the new ones. So this is one of the patterns. I've done two. I've done some cotton ones and some polyester ones, both in different weights, both with different things. But the pattern is bugging me to death. So let me show you. So this is the pattern. I'll bring it bigger. So they're going to be like a grey with this on. Like, you can be honest. I don't mind. Okay, let's see them. I'm panicking now. Let me show you them on a garment, and then you can sort of like get an idea. I've not decided if I'm doing a dressing gown yet, kimono. but that's what it would look like. And just a little bit of me. Do you think it's nice? Do you think it's different? It's different, isn't it? And I don't want to be like anyone else. Everything that I do, I always make sure I try not to be like anyone else. And this is me. This is me to a T. But just because it's me to a T does not mean everybody else is going to like it, right? So I've zoomed in here to show you the patterning. I've put the cedar, I'm hiding the Cedar Rose logo in it so nobody can pinch my work. What do you think? I don't look at screening like in case you're all like, So here's just sort of like half a page. I don't know why I've on a screen grabbed half a page, but so you've sort of like got your pyjama top, your bottoms. The bottoms are going to come in a petite length as well. A little crop top, not sure if I'm doing that. Night dress, not sure if I'm doing that. Shorts I'm going to do. Night dress, not sure. Kimono, not sure. But the pattern is what I'm asking. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's move on. Do you think? It is different, isn't it? And I feel like because it's going to be a nice luxury fabric that you probably, unless you want to save, like wear your pyjamas for a year, you don't want to be wearing candy cane pyjamas in February, March, April, May, dear. You don't, I wouldn't personally. They're like a fad, aren't they? So I want pyjamas that are going to get me through the year or longer, so then I can wait for the next design next year and invest in that design if I love this design and they're washed beautifully, they didn't shrink, you know, they're washed nice. That's the aim with the pyjamas. So if you do like them, and you can come and buy them if you want, but that's not the aim, obviously, of course. So let me know. Love, love, love. Hiding the logo is brilliant. Absolutely. I have to do it on everything. Everything's hidden somewhere. Looks good, says Phil. Not Christmas specific and cheerful in colour. And I've also done the second one, which is not, I've not quite pulled together properly yet, is a navy with a big white bird on, which is like really out there. But I want people to look at it and go, yeah, that's Cedar Rose, that's Toni. You can tell it's Toni because her work is pretty much similar to her craft. There's no getting around it, guys, unfortunately. The hellebore flowers, they are. And there's some peony in there as well. Just fabulous, says Kathy. Beautiful print. Sophisticated, very pretty, says Peggy. Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. So it's a go, isn't it? I was on the... Because I think what's holding me back is they've not got candy canes on, and I'm launching them, like calling them, here's my Christmas PJs. So, but it is what it is. Stand by your beds, as one would say. So congratulations to our lovely winner. Well done, sweetheart. Message me or Karen for a code. Whether you get the code tonight or in the morning is another matter. But I am live with you tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Deal Hunters. So I'll do some nice cheeky deals. Last week we did a fantastic Deal Hunter show. Everything was £6 and under. I'm not saying tomorrow's going to be the same, but I'll try and pull some nice deals together, some little kits and things like that. And that's tomorrow at UK time, 1 o'clock. And then I'll probably see you all on Friday at 6 PM for our one-day special. So our one-day special is an hour of an evening so that our lovely USA followers can interact and engage. And also so the people that are at work don't miss out on the items that are for sale as well. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening. And I will speak to you all later. See you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock if you're going to be there. If not, have a great week. Stay safe, stay cozy, and always share. Did you finish it in your mind? The love of craft. I'll see you all later, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.